Welcome to the Seven Crosses series for Workers and Resources Soviet Republic, and we're picking up on the 9th of August 1961. Now the game's on pause because this video is going to consist of two parts. In the first part we're going to do a little bit of planning, which is long overdue, and then we'll get down to some normal gameplay. But before that, as usual, a big thank you for your comments and feedback. You guys give me so much to think about. Now, I do want to apologise if when I'm talking about comments that there is an overlap with the Four Corners series. I will admit that I'm having a little bit of a problem differentiating sometimes with your comments with respect to the two series, especially when the concept overlaps. So apologies for that. Now, one of the comments I did get on the previous video was the fact that I haven't built this. And I have to admit, I'd completely forgotten all about the fact that I'd planned a fuel tank here. And I think we really do need to get this up and running, simply because I don't think we can carry on using 20 tons of fuel as a backup. I think having possibly a maximum of 200 tons, I think this is, will make a big difference. So we do need to think about that. And somebody also posted a comment about the possibility of exporting clothes. I'm not sure that I can do that just at the moment, but I am thinking of the possibility of building a proper clothing factory in this area if we can get it to done, because what we got here is we got a bit of a surplus of fabric, and I think what's happening is that because this only produces 0.2 tons of clothes a day, and it only consumes 0.4, so I think there might be a possibility of a second clothing factory in here, work using the fabric from this factory. But what we'd have to do is possibly set up some form of link or control to this area. So we'd probably have to use a truck that will deliver the fabric into here so that we can produce some more clothing. But I'll certainly be taking a look at that. Now over here, somebody quite rightly pointed out that I'm putting too much emphasis on conveyors and possibly this storage. And what I should really be doing is building this coal ore processing plant, and I can use trucks to bring the coal from here, because at the moment we got a coal mine that's not actually being worked because we don't have enough workers. In fact, let me just, I'm going to need to drop that right down. We haven't got 200 workers anyway, so I think we're probably put about 30 to start with and then ramp up, because of course the population here isn't that big. Maybe we can start producing a little bit of coal here. So that's something else I want to take a look at. Now the next one is, someone said it's about high time I automated my farms, and I do agree completely. This will hopefully be the last harvest where I'm having to micro, and I really feel that I need to bring this agro farm online, and we're going to try and get that built as well. But of course the priority remains getting our coal production up and running. Now the final comment was a big one, and this is the one that triggered my planning concept. That is, someone said that this heating plant here is unnecessarily consuming lots of wood and it's very inefficient. And I agree completely, and what I was planning was putting in a coal heating plant later on, but I think I'm getting to the point now where I really need to start thinking about it. And that's the reason why we're up here, because what I want to do is put a coal heating plant in here for a reason which will become apparent later on. But first things first, we're going to need to work out a bit of a road system here, because what I'm thinking is that I want to come out to here because I want to produce crops and meat on this island here, which is so what we're going to need to do is put a road out from here. So I'm just going to turn on the grid that I can center, because obviously we're going to have to go over the railway. Brought two roads out here. I'm not exactly too sure why, but I don't think we're going to need two roads going over this way. In fact, there's a possibility that we may send the rail line out here from, say, about here, and although getting some kind of a branch here could be a little bit tricky. In fact, what we may have to do is like create two bridges and merge the track over here. But I'm not worried about the rail at the moment because that's not a final decision. But what I do need is a road here. And what we're looking at is to get about here. And what I want to do is start to raise this area here. And we're going to try and get this as high as possible. Is that as high as it will go? And what I want to do is we're going to go stick with I don't want a prefab bridge. What I'd like to do is quite literally send the road bridge out. Now I did think about going up and over and down and back up again, but I think if we do it, oh, you can do it, game, you can do it. And we're just going to bring an asphalt road down off of here, and we're going to go straight to asphalt here, like that. So the idea is this bridge will come in here. I just want to check the connection out here. I don't think I haven't lost the height yet. It's slightly annoying, but we're just going to drop you down. And that should bring that in there, and then we'll have the connection running out like that. So we've got a little bit of an extension there, and the idea is what I'm going to be doing is creating a small town here that will provide the support for both the meat production and the crops. That's going to come that way. Now the next thing I want to do is run a road all the way down here. I'm going to just snick out that there. I want that causing a bit of confusion. And then I don't really like doing this. I normally like to build roads in. No. And what I want to do is bring an asphalt road all the way through to here. And then the question is, do I want to go over here? Because we're going to bring rail lines in here. Which I don't think I need to. I think if I trim this back a little bit, and then we're sneak forward a tiny smidge like that, and then I think we're come around and connect there like that. So what we've got now is a road network here, and I've already started upgrading this to asphalt. And the idea is that to begin with, we'll probably bring the coal for the heating plant, which will be here. Let me just turn this off, in by truck. But what I'd like to eventually is possibly bring in a rail connection into here, so we can effectively bring the coal in from this area, this aggregate loading here, and deliver it directly to here. The dilemma of the heating is exactly that, a dilemma, because tried to look for a heating plant in the air. This small heating plant isn't really big enough, and I did look at a series of modded heating, and then I realized that if I'm going to build a small town out here, what I could do is with the heating plant here, if I build the town in fairly close, we should be able to provide heating by running a pipeline over here, because we're not going to get ships through here. So what I'm going to do is we're going to put a full-sized heating plant in here, say about here, like this. Now, one of the problems we got with this is pollution. You can see this is 26.5 tons. So what I want to do is kind of push this back a little bit like this, so to about there, like that. And then what we're going to need is a conveyor here. So we get a conveyor. I don't think this would work, is it? We're going to need a bit like that. We're going to have to put this in about here, so that we've got a connection from the left-hand position. And then I want a small aggregate. I think the small should be enough, shouldn't it? Oops, wrong one. Let me see. If we get small aggregate storage. Why is this always so difficult? Because we'd have to put this, say, like that. But that means the road's going to be in an awkward position. But then the road will only be there for fire services. So I can stretch that out a little bit like that, maybe angle it a little bit. Actually, if I can bring this back this way, like say like that, and then if I can get a plan a gravel road this way, can you? Yeah, you won't go under there. Will you go under there? Nope. Oh, come on. Yes, game. You can do it. Now, this is quite a long road, so I think we can justify breaking that there. So that gives us a store with some conveyors there. What I'd like to do is come here and get an aggregate unloading thing in about there. I'm splitting the road again, but I think it would be okay. This is definitely unloading, isn't it? So what we'll have is a big unloading plant here, and then run the rail out like that, and then we're going to run you into there like that. So we're going to have to put a crossover in here like that. We'll accept that. Now I don't need to put a back loop here because the only trains that are going to be coming to here to are going to be coal trains to deliver to here, to deliver to the heating plant, and possibly a little bit of coal should I need it for something else, because of course we're also going to have some coal delivery down here as well. So we're going to have a double coal delivery system here, and we'll have the heating plant here. And then what that means is that because this is the full-sized heating plant, what we should be able to do is connect up to this heat exchanger, but we may have to rebuild this one because it's probably a bit in the wrong place. But I think this one covers most of that side of the city, so what we'd have to do is run a heating exchanger down to here. And part of what I'm thinking also is that we've got our chicken farms here, we've also got these cattle fields, and the idea is when this opens up, we're going to have a crop field out here, and we're also going to have the cattle fields out here and the chicken farms. So effectively what will happen is the meat production will move out to here, along with some crops as well, and possibly a small a proper food production plant here. Or that's how it might work out anyway. And then what that would do is open up this space for possibly more accommodation or anything else we need. Just want to take a look at the pollution. Pollution's is okay. So we've now got this planned here. As I say, I'm not going to put the pipework in just yet because it's not going to work that much. So we've got that built, and the other thing I want to do out here is possibly, well, we're actually still building these roads, so I can't do anything there. And we've obviously got to build in this area here. We got this over here. I think that is all the planning I can do actually, because I did consider putting a road over here so that it would come back this way, but I don't really feel the need for that road just at the moment. So I think we'll do that, and what should happen is if we unpause the game and just let it run forward, what should happen is our super road crew here, wherever you are, can start to pick up that road system, and we're just going to leave them to build in these roads at their according to their heart's content, because this does need to be built in, so we might as well get it done. And that will give us the connection there. Now the big development from the last chance to buy, thank you, yes. Now the big development we've got now is we've actually got this office here, so we're going to allocate you to there. And of course the gravel storage and everything over here is going to be a long way away for the moment, but we will fix that eventually. Asphalt's always going to be here. Concrete there. Steel, we'll pick up from there. Bricks from there. Of course, we've got no prefabs at the moment. We will be looking at that going forward, and I can't remember where the there's the electronics. Where did I put the mechanical components? Oh, the mechanical components are over here, aren't they? we've got the electrical components from here, and the mech components can come from here. I mean, eventually we're going to have to boost our mech production, whether we like it or not. So we got that here. Of course, we need to get you. We need to give him a couple of excavators. Now, I don't really want to make this into a road crew. What I would like you to do is start to build this up here. So what we're going to do is leave the bulldozers in there for the moment. Now, the next thing I would like to do, I need to keep an eye on our money, because I do need the money. And what we're going to do is pick up, how many concrete mixers have you got in here? You've got 3. So if I nick a concrete mixer from here, and we're going to put you on over here as well. I suppose you're probably on auto detect as well. Yep, I've known. Certainly going to take off all this lot, because your first job is going to be the coal processing plant. I know you're not going to do much to begin with because you've got no vehicles, but we will be getting vehicles into here. The problem's going to be is cash. Although, considering the amount of work that these guys have got to do, I might move down some of these. I think we'll take the dumper, and I'm not going to take the open hole. See here, we've got a small dumper here as well. I think we're going to steal the 2 dumpers from here and get you over here as well. I wouldn't mind the road cranes as one of the road cranes as well. I think they're both out on jobs at the moment, so you've got to come there. I don't think I've got a covered hole available. Now we've got 243,000, and what I'd like to do now is we're going to buy a big open hole. You can carry 13 tons. You can carry. We're going to buy a big open hole, and what we're going to do is buy a tower crane. I think we've got to be a bit careful with the money. And we're going to put you on there, and then we're going to send you both to there. And I suppose at this point I need to start looking at my finances. Let me just take a quick look. What are we actually exporting? We're exporting food and alcohol, gravel. A bit reluctant to export the, I think, last chance to buy. Okay, we've got some trucks here. A fire somewhere. Wow, that was a bit, that could have been bad news. Didn't even see that. What I'll probably do is once the harvest is in, I'm going to probably take one of the smaller vehicles from here, which have got the lighter load, and then replace him with a 10-ton truck. So what we got here, so these guys are going to go out here. We got some excavators working, and for the moment you guys can work almost exclusively. In fact, I think I'm going to give him another concrete mixer. I know we're going to spend a bit of money, but I really feel the need to get this up and running. So we got you're 12 tons, you're 5 tons, you're 70, you're 60. Okay, it's going to be a bit expensive, but I think we're going to go for the T38, and we'll put you onto there. So we've now got our open hole in here. What I need now is possibly a light crane. Let me just see how things are going. over here. I don't think these guys are working really that much on. I think we're gonna send you as well. And the idea is that the construction office in Colville will take over building this area, and then the construction office here will be responsible for expanding here, and possibly we will get the prefab factory up and running here as well. So I think I can't really spend any more money just at the moment, so we're gonna have to let things run. Now the problem we will possibly get here is that because there's so many jobs here, that the game might get a little bit confused with the paver. But we have to keep an eye on that. And what we may have to do is get one of the construction officers to do a bit of a supplementary support from that point of view. So we got that there. We can keep pushing this up. What are we doing for workers here? We got a few workers. Very tempted. I need a bus. I think I am going to do is we're going to find a what we call it, bus. Something, one of the old buses. What's it? What's it? The Zysate. Where are you? Yeah. I think we're going to send you to there. And we've got a small fire station here. We only need 20 people. So I think what I can do is upgrade the bus here. We see, give something with a bit more speed. Actually, just want to. No buses available. Bradford bulldozer here. That's okay. Okay, we need a bus. 60 passengers, 52 passengers. So it looks like very much like this thing is actually ideal. Oh no, you've got 12 passengers. I think what we're going to have to do is we'll get 2 micro buses. I think that might, because these will travel faster. Your job is going to be to pick up from here. You're going to pick up workers, and you're going to deliver here, because of course it's a direct delivery, so we need to make sure. And then we're just going to copy the schedule. We're going to post on this one. Oops. And then make sure you're set up properly. Not that I lack faith, but now you're gonna pick up from here. You're gonna pick up just workers, and then you're just gonna deliver to there. Coal mine. I mean, eventually I will upgrade this bus, but at the moment I just want a bit of basic production going here. So small bus platform. So we'll just get you going there. And what that will do is run a few workers from here out, which will make things go pretty good. Your Joel construction. So you're picking up the construction here, which is going to get the workers into here. We've actually got 2 excavators working on this groundworks here. We just need concrete and asphalt. I think we got the dumpers here, haven't we? Let me just check. We've only got 2 dumpers, so we should be okay. It's just going to take a little while to get the necessary resources out here. And of course we need to build up the things that we were planning last time. Looks like we've got things about power supply. Let's just see what's caused. Oh, we're still building this. We need to get that finished. How are we doing up here? See where we can find the paver. I'm possibly betting the paver's gone to the wrong place. Let's see if we can find the paver. Where is the paver? Where you go? Oh, you're there, see? And of course there's going to be no dumpers here to lift the asphalt. So I think what we're going to do is give these guys a bit of an assist. We put you on there. What that should do is, if you've got a spare dumper, you should go out and, yep. So what he should do is deliver the asphalt to there and untie that road there. Right, I do need to do a little bit of a check now for my, what we call it, my distribution offices. We've cleared this, cleared this, cleared this. I think we can, I mean, these guys are going really well. I think it's Nicomo Camp, isn't it? Right, we're going to get rid of the Nicomo Camp medium field. And I think, and then we're just assign you to the out. We'll get you working on that straight away. You guys got here big field 4, big field 3, and big field 1. So we're just got to find those. Expansion field 4. There's big field 4. There's big field 1. And we just need big field 3. Go on, you're in here somewhere. Big field 3. And then we're just assign you 1, 2, 3. And we need to do exactly the same here. Big field 3, big field 1. What we got here? We've got 21, 21 and 20 and 21 medium fields. Because these will be down here. There we are. There's, take you off there. And then we'll just assign you 1, 2, 3, 4. And that should go. How we get? How's the crops coming in here? Wow, crops are coming in really quickly. Starting to wonder whether I can export even more stuff. We've got that there. I think what we will do is, don't I have a fuel truck in here anymore? Nope, I've pinched the fuel truck. Okay, we're gonna have to buy a fuel truck. Oil tanker, 13 tons. We'll buy you and assign you to here. You biofuel plant, load fuel, export fuel. So we're going to kind of push the boundary a little bit here, but if we're getting so much in the way of crops, if we're not careful, we're going to run out of space. So we do need to consume the crops. You need more workers. Yeah, I'm going to increase the number of workers there. Get some more workers into here. Pushing this up. Got the workers there. How are you doing over here from jobs? You've got unfinished road which you're helping with voltage, unfinished conveyor, and I think I'd like these guys to work on this area here and get those jobs finished. Then what we'll do is we'll switch him onto this. Let's check. These guys have the options to drop off and deliver. What was that? Last chance to buy. We're certainly losing quite a lot of other vehicles here. I just want to change this a little bit, because at the moment you're picking up crops from the cargo station. I think what we'll do is we'll add you as a pickup from here as well. So what he can do is come in here, pick up crops from there and ship them to wherever he was going. So that might make things move a little bit quicker. Well, I think we're doing okay. We are producing a lot more food now. And I think the big one's going to be the fuel here. The main concern here is that we're going to export a lot of fuel, and that's going to cost me money. But we'll just take a quick look at the economy. Whoops, no, last month. So yeah, so we made a little. Well, I mean, we lost money because I bought a lot of trucks. So, but that's good. Right, we've got the roller out here, finishing that. That means we should get, yeah, we got the paver over here now, so the game should sort out its priorities now. So you can see we've got trucks over here. This is the problem, that you end up with all the trucks in the wrong place, and then you get a bit of a problem. Hopefully this is going to finish. Don't do this to me, game. Well, we'll see how that goes. Let's just keep an eye on over here. How are we doing? You've got some crops in there. I mean, these fields are kind of running down now. We're on the 4th of October. So there's a chance that we may lose some of this stuff. It's 85% capacity. But I think we are kind of going quite well. I think the problem now is the distance is increasing. I've got a feeling we're going to need to get this second grain store on and then get rid of this thing. So we'll have 2 grain stores here. And I think that will work. Just come over here. Have we produced any coal? Yes, we've got produced coal. But we've got nowhere to store it. We need some steel out here. How are we doing for steel? I wonder whether the steel is starting to cause a little bit of a blockage. Let me just see. I'm really glad I didn't actually sell my steel, actually, because we do have a bit of a problem. Of course, we've got the mechanical components as well. So yeah, the steel is acting as a block. And we've just got the large aggregate store and all that. I think what we're going to do is start. We're going to assign this and this, simply because if I don't allocate them now, I'm just going to forget all about it, to be honest, and then we won't be able to get anything done. So we got the 3 unfinished roads. New vehicle type available. Okay, we've actually got an EDK 300 construction right here. So we now got this guy out here. I mean, I'd like to get this road finished as well once the harvest is in from here. Maybe that will be a winter job, because I think if we can get this up round here, this will be good. Hopefully the paver will be, well, I wonder where the paver is going to be delivered. We're getting the asphalt trucks queuing up. So paver, where are you going? You're there. because the open hole needs to get back, and hopefully he will deliver to either that road or that road. I certainly don't want them going up over that bridge. I want these roads built first, and then you can start building this bridge, because I think this bridge will be quite important for giving me the connection out this way. Yeah, let's have a quick check. So they can't deliver there anymore. So we're literally now in real-time delivery, which is, I mean, we're consuming this up pretty quickly. So at the moment we can literally afford to export all our crops, and as long as we don't get a fuel shortage, which is a possible problem. Let's just check the gas stations. I mean, technically the gas stations should be running okay. I mean, I would like to put in a fuel delivery here, but I don't want to put one in just at the moment because we're already draining our fuel tanks. Okay, how are we doing here? We just got another little bit of steel delivered. This is going to be painful. We need that built. And I've got feeling steel is going to be the well, you're actually doing the groundworks, but eventually you're going to need 200 steel. So I think what we're going to need to do is build up a cash reserve, because we may have to actually import steel. We've got this being built. Anything else that you guys can do to contribute to the process? I think what I might do is, I don't know, you've got asphalt trucks on there. I think you'll be okay. You're laying the asphalt there. Now this could be a problem because I've got 3 trucks there. I think what we're going to do is, you've got no spare dumpers anyway, so you'll be okay. Just need to keep an eye on where this asphalt truck is. See, he's stuck. What we'll do is we'll just allocate you in on this as well, and you can come here. Let me see, what have we got here? What have I stolen? You've only got the 1 dumper. Now you've got an open hole, and you've got 2 cranes which are working. We've got a couple of buses. What's this? Yeah, you're delivering steel. So we got kind of 1 small dumper now working, haven't we? What are you? Steel. What I'm going to do is buy a new dumper and put it into that construction office. We got the money for it. Get in here. I'm going to put get one of, you have 3.5, you have 12 tons. Okay, I'm gonna flash out 22,000 for you, and we're gonna get you into here. Last chance to buy. Here we just check over here. What are we also checking? Okay, bricks. Got loads of bricks and boards here because we're not using bricks. Where's this distribution office? I think what we might be able to do is I add you. Not assign more buildings. Okay. Can't export bricks at the moment, but we'll be okay. We're on 23rd of October. Yeah, we're definitely going to need to automate these fields, because there's no way we're going to get all these fields picked up and all the crops delivered, because we need this built actually. I think I'm very tempted to, well, I'm thinking about it so I don't forget. We're going to assign you to that as well. Get this built, and then we'll get rid of this. How are we doing fuel wise? Yeah, we're just kind of hanging in there fuel wise. So I've got to become too efficient. Is one of you guys here? Oh well, that's the way it goes. over here. Yeah, we just need the steel, and this is coming together quite nicely. And of course, this needs steel as well, so we need steel all across the board, which is a little bit annoying, but that's the way it is, and there's nothing I can do about it. Right, well, hopefully this is just about to finish. Yeah. We've got this here ready to go, and we can build out this and this. You need gravel. I don't think there's a great urgency. As long as I get this infrastructure built in, then I can get things done here. No, you're not finished yet, so you've still got 13 tons there. Yeah, I've literally run out of storage space, which is exactly the same problem as I've got with my Four Corners series. Yeah, you can see these trucks are starting to. Right, I think we're going to take advantage of this guy. He can deliver 5 tons of mechanical component. Your job is going to be to go to there. You're going to become the covered hole delivery guy. And then eventually what we'll do is we'll put a bigger truck in here. Yeah, we got one of these in here. So you can then go over to here. We're just going to keep upgrading this fleet here. In fact, and then what's this one here? What's this one like? I mean, generally this one's not too bad actually. Although we could probably get rid of that Tartra truck in here. Because these, I mean, 61 kilometers an hour, so it's not that bad. But we'll get him in here now. So we've got a reasonable range of trucks in here that we can deliver with now. Do we finish this? We have power here. Yes, so we got power here, power over there now. We've got a little bit of coal in there. If we can get this finished, we'll be able to get coal into here. And then maybe we could build a temporary road across here, so that the trucks that want to deliver to the ore processing plant while we're building this up will be able to get going. Let me just see, what else have you got here? Anything we can give you? You're just on the coal processing plant, which is what are you? You're doing concrete and steel, and you're actually waiting for. Actually, what we'll do is put you onto that as well. Where are you off to? Oh, you're off to get some steel. I'm just wondering whether I can do some groundworks over here so that we can start pushing out this way. I mean, it'd be nice to get some groundworks done on that, but at the same time, I think I would like to expand the population here a little bit. An old gate block here, a corner block there. I think what we will do is we'll start working on one of these, because I've got 408, about over 21s at the moment, so we do need to start expanding the population and or the accommodation, because I've got my little medium commune here as well, so we do need to start expanding the population. Oh, so many things to do, so much here. Yep, steel is going to be the big one. What is the, how are we doing here? What is, it's the coal delivery here that's, why aren't you out picking up the coal? I think we're going to push this up to just try and get these guys working flat out all the time now. And in fact, do we have any spare space? No, we don't have any space here. I think the problem is that we need twice as much coal as we need for that. So what I'm going to do is, it's going to be a little bit risky, but yeah, my cistern truck here is not really exporting fuel now. I'm gonna buy a dumper. We're gonna get a big one here, and you're gonna come here. You're gonna buy coal. You're gonna deliver to there. You're gonna unload the coal, and then you're gonna go up to here, and you're gonna pick up the gravel, and then you're gonna go back to here, and you're gonna unload the gravel. So we'll just kind of put back in what we were doing before, so that this guy will do a bit of a loop, and the gravel will offset some of the costs. So that's the theory anyway. Yeah, let's just have a look at my exports. Yeah, we're not making that much from fuel because I'm not producing enough. Although we made 14,000 last month, so I suppose in considering the amount of vehicles I've bought in this part, it's probably not that bad. Let's just check up here. We've got this road here. This is being laid, so we're kind of coming along here quite nicely now. And I certainly don't want you. Got Knife Edge, Colville, Tiny Construction Office. Where are you? Okay, you're going to be the road crew, aren't you? Let me just see. Roads and footpaths. You can make a small contribution to process, but you've got no dumpers or anything like that. Actually, you're delivering steel. Well, I suppose in some ways I think he can just support that, and then once the large aggregate store is built out here, we can get that done. See, he's had no deliveries at all. So I think what's happening is the steel is probably being sucked into the oil tank here. Yeah, you need 3.3 more tons of steel. How's the pipeline? The pipeline is... Yeah, we're just going to have to let the game catch up now. There's nothing else I can do about this. Right, we're getting some gravel delivered there. I want this bridge built, but at the same time, I want this road. Mind you, it won't take long for them to do it there. We got 5.3 tons there. I think we're going to lose that. I mean, we're actually doing not too bad here. We're still kind of, the trucks are still coming out and picking the crops up. It's just that it's not going that fast. And we've got asphalt here, which is being built into here. And of course, once these roads are built, we're definitely going to asphalt this section here. Part of me says new vehicle type. Okay. We've got here, we've got an ambulance. Yeah, I'm going to need to look at my ambulance covers because at the moment we're still kind of using the old slow Zeiss ambulances here. Oh, that's the fire station. What am I on about? Oh yeah, because of course we're still predominantly on the medical clinic here, aren't we? Which is providing the cover here. We've got the old Zeiss vehicles, which can only do 55 kilometers an hour. But of course we've got the new hospital over here. Now this actually needs bricks, so we could start consuming the bricks actually by building this. Yeah, that might be a way forward, is just to build up the accommodation. The problem's going to be heating again, because I don't think this is going to be able to. Here comes the snow. So this is going to make life a little bit grim, but there's not much I can do about it. And oh, here comes the snow. Right, we need to keep an eye on the heating situation. I mean, we've got plenty of logs in here for the moment, so the old heating plant should be going quite well. I mean, it's working flat out. What we got over here? I'm kind of ignoring these guys, but I think they're doing their... Am I actually exporting bitumen? I don't think I am. basically what all the bitumen at the moment is being. Wow. Okay, we might have a problem here. What is actually causing the problem here? Missing resource wood. I think we've got a bit of a problem bringing the wood in. So that is going to be, I think probably part of the problem is the fact that we're building those asphalt roads. So we're just going to have to kind of just deal with that in the best we can. Those asphalt roads. I don't think I can, I mean we can increase the number of workers there, but I don't think that's going to make any difference. We've got maximum number of workers here. We got this here. Let me just see. When we got a little bit of cash. Sorry guys, you're going to have to go. I think we're going to need something that's going to be need to be a little bit faster. Let me just see here. See what we got. Yeah, we're going to need something with a bigger carry capacity. 4.5. I think we'll just stick with you, and you can get into here as well. That will give me 2 open holes. We will get out there. This one's not moving. And we're just going to get another one. Fell tree capacity. Spend another 14,000 on them. And we'll get you over to here as well. I mean, we're not going to catch up. I mean, we've got 27 tons in there. I think what we're going to do is I'm going to increase this. We're going to reduce this right down, because I think what I want to do is stop the logs being put into here. So if we do that, in fact, what that will do is ensure that the logs are put into here rather than into here. I know eventually what that will mean is this will stop working if the unlikely event happens that these guys are done, but I think that's going to be okay. No workers, yes. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to shut you down, and we're going to rely on, or we're going to put the workforce down very low, because what we really need is the bitumen to keep our asphalt plant going. Got a little bit of bitumen coming in there. Yeah, that was nearly caught me out there, because of course I forgot we're going big time on the asphalt over here, and this needs 26 tons. So right, we've lost the crops here, but we've got a nice big pile of crops here. So what we're going to do now is flip these guys onto supplying. Need to come down here. You're going to load from there, from the grain storage. You're going to load from there. Crop station. You're going to load from there, and then we'll go right down to the bottom. You're going to load from there to there. So your job is going to be to keep this full. I need the money, so I think what we got here, we got, oh come on, I've got so many distribution offices here. No, it's customs office. Right, you're picking up from there. So we're picking up from there. I think I can sort this out later on once we've got this built. And of course we're going to need to get the farm built. It'd be nice to get the farm built before next year, so that I can do a permanent fix. Of we can have, what we can have then is 6 and 6 in each of these. In fact, I think I will see what are you guys doing. You've got fish pipeline. large aggregate storage. Okay, it's gonna be a little bit of an overload, but I think we're gonna have to go for it. And what are you doing? You're just doing the apartment block here. You need concrete. Yeah, it's going to take a little while for the concrete. Let's just check the concrete plant just to make sure that he's got supplies. Yeah, he's got plenty of gravel, plenty of cement. Because of course at the moment we're still importing the cement. Got logs over here. Can I borrow you for a little while? I think I can. Well, actually, what are you? Your crops. I think we're going to borrow this vehicle for a little while, so you're going to put you over to there. Because I think what we're going to do is we're going to take some of the logs from here. We've got 220 tons of logs here, and we can send them directly to here, just to try and get our bitumen production up and running. I'll just get that done. I mean, it won't affect it dramatically, but I think if I can get any more production out of here, the better. I'm a bit worried about the efficiency of this area here. Let me just get you over to here. Are you in over here yet? Go on, truck. No, there you are. Right. You're going to pick up from here. You're going to load wood. You're going to deliver directly to, yeah. You're going to unload wood there. And we're just going to turn you loose. You should be able to carry 13 tons of wood over to here. How's the fuel situation at the moment? Fuel situation is improving. How are we doing export wise? Apologies, I've just had to pause while a helicopter went overhead, but I think this is where I'm going to leave it. Hope you enjoyed the episode. Hope you found it interesting. What I will do is play on until, say, the middle of January, where we'll pick up next time. So until next time, whatever you do, enjoy your gaming.